A step closer to targeted action. The US-South Africa Bilateral Relations Review Act of 2025, recently passed by the House Foreign Affairs Committee, now moves to the full US House of Representatives, where it is widely expected to pass. The bill paves the way for possible sanctions on senior ANC and government leaders under the Global Magnitsky Act, which allows the US to impose visa bans and freeze assets of foreign officials accused of serious human rights abuses or corruption.
It will usually be travel bans, freezing of assets and accounts, and making it difficult for them to do any business with not just the US, but with the West generally. So those are the kind of sanctions that would affect them as individuals, nothing more than that.
If passed, ANC leaders would suffer the same fate as politicians in Zimbabwe and Rwanda, who were sanctioned by the US. But it's still unclear which South African leaders would be targeted, although ANC top officials and party leaders implicated in corruption appear to be possible targets.
Now, if you speak about senior leaders of the ANC, of course you're talking about the top 7 of the ANC. That would include the president. The president, meaning that the president will be prevented from visiting the United States. The only place he can visit is New York because of the United Nations.
Pretoria's response so far has been measured, but analysts warn that Washington's hard-line stance could backfire and push South Africa closer to US rivals like China and Russia.
Such punitive measures can further isolate South Africa and push it to the hands of China and other players that will not augur well for the US at the end. The other thing it can do is to make them contrite and begin to take a much more respectful tone towards the US.
Experts say the bill is likely to pass, but that doesn't mean South Africa should give up on diplomacy.
Really serious diplomatic moves to try to reach out to both houses, the Senate and the House, to try to influence them not to go ahead with this vote. I don't think we still have enough time to do that. The problem is that we don't have enough diplomatic representation in the United States.
The ANC is now hoping that the Democratic Party, which historically opposed apartheid, will help block the bill. But analysts caution that political goodwill may not be enough to shield ANC leaders from potential US sanctions. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Qaanitah Hunter.